911 call led me to a basement I'll never forget. I met Daniel Whitaker in the fall of 2018. We were both part of the same volunteer fire department in rural Pennsylvania. He wasn't the kind of man you forget tall, quiet, the kind whose eyes always scanned the room like he was waiting for something terrible. He never smiled much, but he was kind. And there was never a question where his loyalty stood with his wife, Claire, and their two kids, Ben and Ellie. What happened to them wasn't in the papers. You wouldn't find it on the local news or in online forums. But I was there when we responded to the 911 call that night, and I know what I saw. It started with a weird noise. Claire described it as a whisper through the walls. It happened at night. Just after they'd gone to bed, they'd hear someone or something speaking words too distorted to understand. At first, Daniel thought it was just the wind or maybe an animal in the walls. But then Ben started waking up screaming, saying a man without a face was standing at the foot of his bed. They installed cameras. Nothing ever showed up, not even shadows. But the whispers didn't stop. Daniel came to me about it once. He looked like he hadn't slept in days. Said he thought something had followed him home from one of our calls, a burned-out farmhouse a few towns over. Said when he walked through the basement, he felt like he'd passed through a veil of cold air, like something old and angry was watching him. It doesn't want them, he told me. It wants me. That night, Claire called 911. I got there before the others. The house was silent. No lights, no movement. Just the front door wide open, like something had walked in and didn't care to close it. I stepped inside, called out to Daniel, Claire, the kids. No answer. Then I heard a sound coming from the basement. Not footsteps, something else. Something wet. I found Daniel there, sitting in the dark at the bottom of the stairs, holding a knife. At first I thought he'd hurt himself, but he was uninjured. His hands were shaking. There were markings on the wall symbols, scratched in with what looked like blood. I tried to get him to come up with me, to tell me where Claire and the kids were. They're safe, he whispered. I told it I'd go first. He looked at me then, and his eyes were hollow. It promised it wouldn't touch them if I said yes, if I went willingly. Before I could stop him, he plunged the knife into his chest. We found Claire and the kids upstairs. They were alive, shaken but unharmed. Claire kept asking where Daniel was. When I told her, something passed over her face. Not shock, not sorrow, relief. He said it would only take the first one, she whispered. They moved away soon after. No forwarding address, no phone calls. But sometimes when I'm alone at night, I swear I hear it too. A whisper through the walls, promising safety in exchange for something he'll never get back. And I think about Daniel, how brave he was.